So today I'm sitting with Sajith Gaffoor from Raffles Business School, and we're going to talk about something that's very interesting. It's about equality and fairness. Okay, so this talk, we call it Get Out of the Box. So we will help you how to think out of the box from the topic that we discussed. So Sajith, it's interesting, some people, they fight for equality, but some people sometimes, yes, because you need to be fair. But actually, what is fairness? According to you?
Well, Jonas, for me, the fairness is being right and being treating people in the sameness, being same. And well, you obviously have to distinguish between right and wrong and do the right thing. So yeah, that's what fairness for me.
Okay, so some people say that you need to treat everyone equal, but instead of fairness, because sometimes in education like us, there's some students who are lazy, or they didn't really serious or whatever they're doing. But if we treated everyone equal, we're giving the same reward to them, then it's not fair. So what is that equality for you actually?
Well, it's a very thin line between fairness and equality. But I don't think equality is equal to fairness, because sometimes if I put it in a nutshell, if you want to be fair, you have to analyze loads of them. Whereas, if you want to be equal, that's straightforward. Okay, a person X gets this, a person Y gets this too.
Okay.
And on the other side of the coin, if you talk about fairness, then, like I said, you have to study about many things, see the background, see what makes this person to do this. So there are loads of, you have to go to the grassroots level, so to say. Yeah.
Okay, so which one you prefer actually? Being fair or being equal to everyone?
Well, I think it's both similar.
Okay, how come it is similar? Because we're a business person. It means that how you're going to define that things similar between equal and fair?
Well, that comes from ethics and morals.
Okay.
Well, if you ask me about what is equal, I can say equality is this. And if you ask me fairness, what is fairness, then I have to explain you the situation, the context, and so on. Like speaking from where you began, like treating a student. So you see a student comes and asks you for extension, or they're asking to postpone an examination or assignment. Probably then you have to ask this question, whether you have to treat the student as equal or in a fair basis.
Okay.
Because say when a student is as an emergency, when a student is unwell, then you have to practice fairness.
Okay.
But sometimes practicing fairness could trigger rest of the students thinking, oh, the lecturer is being biased or favorism.
Okay.
So well, that's like I said, it's a thin line.
Okay. So now let's move to business. When you're doing a business, which principle actually you really hold between fairness or equal?
Definitely both. I had to practice both.
Okay.
Well, I think it's from based on the situation or based on the occasion. It happens, occurs. You have to know why you're doing this.
Okay.
And also that alone doesn't help you to be fair, because you also have to put yourself in other shoes. The person who's sitting right opposite you. I think.
Okay. Are you agree, Sajith? If I say that, okay. So when it comes to equality in business, we have to be very specific on opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Opportunities. It means that opportunities that have been given to people to develop their business, to start their business. Are you agree with that, or what do you think?
I definitely agree, and I endorse that point too, because you have to give equal opportunities. But when you select your candidates, then probably you have to be fair, because you have to be fair not only to the candidate but also to the company you're working and for the seat you're in, because you have to make decisions based on that, right? Because you have certain responsibilities, commitment, then you have your superiors, and you have your conscience to answer and people to answer, so you have to think about all of those things, and then you give equal opportunity and you make a fair decision. That's what I think.
Okay, when it comes to your experience, because you've been working in UK both and also in Sri Lanka, so how do you feel the equality and the fairness in our business world, especially what happened is overseas and what happened in Sri Lanka?
Well, it's an interesting question. I have to compare and contrast now.
But how do you feel? Okay, let's say when you work in Sri Lanka, how do you feel? In a working environment, in the business world, how do you feel the opportunities that have been given to you? Is it equal opportunity? And how do you think the fairness that you've been received? How is the compared to what you have in UK?
Well, there are pros and cons. Like it's not like black and white, straightforward, but it's sort of something it's a gray area to talk about. But if you ask me, if I take myself out of this, and if I think from a general perspective as an observer, then I think there are loads of talented people in Sri Lanka who can who does and they evolve. Like everyone evolve.
But did you receive the equal opportunity in Sri Lanka?
In the sense. Do you mind rephrasing your question? In which way
equal? It means that equal opportunities in business. It means that they're giving you a chance, but equal. So it means that equal. It means that you got a chance, but you have to fight for it. But did you receive that in Sri Lanka, or you think it's not really that well? They still treated people a bit differently. And compared to UK, did you also received that? Because even though you work in UK previously, but you also someone who's not from UK. You're not a British, but you're in Sri Lanka. Yeah. So how did they treat you as a Sri Lankan, and how did they treat you as a Sri Lankan?
I'm always a Sri Lankan. Once a Sri Lankan is always a Sri Lankan. That's a matter of fact. But if you ask me the opportunity-wise, I have to say there are loads of opportunities overseas. It's not only UK or any other developed countries, and we are still developing country, so-called. So in that sense, yes, I have experienced certain things, but also on the other hand, the approach, the culture is different, people's mentality is different, how they think is different. So I know where you're coming from, but I can't pinpoint, or I can't put my finger on it. But what I can say is that it varies person to person, and from their background, where they come from, or the position. So there are loads of factors. But personally, I think I was given the opportunity, and having said that, we had to work for opportunities. We had to find for it, we had to seek for it. So yeah, that's what life is. So you have to go forward with your own self, and end of the day, we all walk on a thin line, and sometimes we have to walk alone.
Okay, guys. So this is an interesting topic that we speak. It's about equality and fairness. But the conclusion is equality really applies when you're about to start something. Okay, are you agree with that, Sajith? What do you think? Yeah. When you want to start something, you need an equal opportunity. Equality is like equal opportunity, and then people will treat you the same, no matter what kind of background you have, and then they will see specifically to your ability and capacity and all those.
Take into consideration.
Yes. So it means it comes to equality, but fairness is about what you achieve. It's more based on achievement.
Yeah.
Based on achievement. So it means if you're doing
how much you can commit, how much you commit, you dedicate on the thing.
Yes. So it means that when you achieve something good, then you will get a good reward. But if you didn't achieve something, so it means that you didn't get any reward. So that's mainly what we say about fairness.
Well,
right?
it's being unfair, and it's your time too, because sometimes you work your level up and you give your level best.
means
Yeah.
that life is tough.
So yeah, to
Life
put it in a nutshell,
sometimes Sajith, you told me before, life is unfair. Yeah, life is unfair. But fairness, now we know what is a fairness and what is a equality. Okay, guys, we will discuss again in the next episode a very interesting topic, which is shaking a bit yourself. But stay tuned and subscribe to this channel. One thing that you always have to be innovative and get out of the box. See you.